The elections are just a few months away. Once again, the power to choose our leaders is in our hands. From manual voting and counting, we've decided to change the game and go automated. But what does automation really mean? How do voting machines work? Who are responsible for those manning the machines? And yes, who are monitoring the monitors? Well, the buck stops, as they say, at the man on the top. Yes, things are already heating up. And the elections are still more than 5 months away. Come May 2016, the people will once again choose their leader. Who will eventually win? Before Magellan and the Spaniards came, the barangay was led by Rajas and Datus and a council of elders. There were no elections then.
Napapasa yan sa anak. Parang kasi parang monarkiya yan, no? Kasi kung dito hindi na magaling yung pinuno at yung pamilya ng namumuno, pwedeng i-challenge yan At pwedeng magkaroon ng bakbakan. Halimbawa, pwedeng magkaroon ng pakikipagsubukan sa pakikipaglaban ng sandata, no? Kapag natalo yung dato nung challenger, yung challenger ang magiging dato.
The very first election in the country was held only in 1899, when the first Republic of the Philippines was established with the Malolos Constitution. Only privileged men of society were allowed to vote. They elected General Emilio Aguinaldo as the Philippines' first president. Women were not allowed to vote until 1937, after a special plebiscite.
I think if there's one word that captures manual elections, pagulo, no? Masalimuot probably is a more appropriate term, no?
But this process took time, effort, and was prone to fraud. Flying voters were everywhere.
Again, in life, there is no such thing as 100% assurance, but I can tell you that they have been minimized and hopefully eradicated.
Votes were placed in ballot boxes and were zealously protected. In classrooms all over the country, the votes were then counted by hard-working teachers. Each vote was read aloud and tallied for everyone to see. Then, there's the canvassing of votes at different levels before winners were finally declared. And because lots of shenanigans can happen between these steps, the longer the wait, the bigger the doubt about its true results. In 2010, the precinct count optical scan machine, or Pcos machine, was first used. Instead of writing names down, people just needed to shade little circles. The ballot was then scanned in the Pcos machine and transmitted to a central computer. The process, the Comelec swears, is faster than in some developed countries.
Official reports in the US, for instance, they come something like a week to 10 days after the elections. That's the only time you actually get an official report. In the Philippines, like I said, within 24 hours, you could literally print out an official report that says, this is the next president. Why? Because of the way the system is set up.
The machine ensures that each vote is counted right. The results, therefore, should accurately reflect the voice of the people. But before everything else, the Comelec had to get rid of flying voters. In May 2014, the Comelec announced that unregistered voters simply cannot vote. In other words, you have to be registered electronically to be able to exercise your right. Thus, the Great Biometrics Initiative started.
The Biometrics Law, Republic Act 10367, which was passed by Congress in 2013, basically saying that if a voter does not go through biometrics, he or she will be deactivated from the 2016 elections. Really, the objective of the biometrics law was to cleanse our voters list.
In May 2016, on Election Day itself, the COMELEC will introduce new and convenient measures. Select malls in Metro Manila, for example, will be used for the convenience of the elderly and persons with disability. In the malls and other regular voting areas, voters still have to go through the process of validation. Special seats are reserved for the elderly and the PWDs as well. They get to cast their votes in these carton booths.
Ang ginagawa lang naman namin ngayon is that we want to use modern-day conveniences and modern technology in order to enhance the voting experience. We are using tried and tested technology, but we also want to make sure that we learn from the mistakes of the past.
In the end, machines are just that, machines. They can work perfectly at lightning speed, error-free, and accurate to the last vote. But in the end, the most important thing is who we are voting for, and no machine can ever decide that for us.
Before I go, remember, anything, any idea, anybody can be a game changer. Are you?